When a celebrity dies, the mansion does not die with them. The gates stay closed, the staff changes, the lawyers arrive, and one question quietly becomes worth more than the marble. Who gets the house? A famous home becomes silent overnight. Fans see flowers at the gate, but behind the gate a different machine starts. Estate law, insurance, staff contracts, preservation, taxes, security, and family decisions. The public imagines one dramatic handover. In reality, a celebrity home usually has three possible futures. It can become a museum, become a hotel, or disappear into private ownership. Graceland is the clearest museum ending. Elvis lived there, and after his death, the estate faced the cost of keeping the property alive. Opening the house to visitors turned a private home into a legacy engine. The powerful part is not only nostalgia. A celebrity mansion can become an operation. Tickets, archives, shops, exhibitions, hotels, events, and a permanent story that keeps the name visible. A museum house wins when the rooms feel frozen in time. The sofa, the hallway, the music room, the private garden. The viewer is not buying real estate. The viewer is buying proximity. Paisley Park follows a different version of the same logic. Prince's home was also a creative headquarters, studio, rehearsal, space, archive, and symbol. That makes the building feel less like a mansion and more like a mind left standing. For fans, a creative estate is not only where someone slept. It is where songs were made, decisions were made, and private work became public culture. That gives the property a second life. Then there is the hotel ending. Casa Casuarina was built long before Versace, then transformed by him into one of Miami Beach's most recognizable private homes. Today, the house is a luxury hospitality address. A hotel keeps the architecture alive, but it changes the meaning. The bedroom becomes a suite. The courtyard becomes a dining room. A private dream becomes a bookable experience. That trade is uncomfortable and fascinating. Preservation needs money. Privacy needs silence. Fame needs attention. A celebrity mansion sits exactly where those three forces collide. Neverland shows the third route. The estate becomes too complicated for myth alone. Years after Michael Jackson's death, the property was known as Sycamore Valley Ranch and was sold into private hands. When a property goes private, the public story narrows. The house may still be famous, but the new owner is not always trying to sell the legend. Sometimes the goal is the opposite: make the address quiet again. Not every famous house can become Graceland. A museum needs demand, access, parking, preservation, staff, legal clarity, and a family or company willing to let strangers enter every day. The hardest decision is emotional. Families may want privacy. Fans may want access. Investors may want cash flow. Cities may want tourism. The house becomes a negotiation between love, memory, and business. The house is only part of it. Furniture, costumes, cars, notebooks, art, instruments, awards, and personal effects can become more valuable to the story than the walls themselves. Before a mansion becomes a museum or hotel, the invisible work is legal. Trusts, heirs, corporate entities, licensing rights, historic rules, and operating agreements decide what the public eventually sees. This is why celebrity mansions perform so well on YouTube. They are not just rich houses. They are locked biographies. Every room implies a life, and every closed door creates a question. The hook is not the square footage. It is the suspense. Did the home become a shrine, a business, a hotel, or a private trophy? The answer changes how the public remembers the person. The honest verdict is simple. The best celebrity mansions survive when they become more than property. They need a reason to exist after the owner, and that reason must be stronger than curiosity. There is also a brutal practical layer. A large famous home cannot simply wait. Roofs age, gardens grow wild. Security systems need people. Archives need climate control. Even silence has operating costs. Cities understand the value immediately. A preserved house can bring hotel nights, restaurants, taxis, tour buses, and international attention. That is why the decision is rarely private for long. But families may see the same attention as an invasion. The public wants the room. The family remembers the person. That tension is why some estates stay closed, even when demand is obvious. The name is often more complicated than the walls. You can own a building without owning the full commercial story around the person who made it famous. That is where licensing, trusts, and operating companies enter. A museum ending only works if the house can answer a question. Why this room? Why this object? Why this route through the property? Without a strong narrative, a mansion becomes expensive silence. A hotel ending works differently. It does not need every visitor to be a fan. It needs the house to feel rare, photographable, and usable. The legend becomes atmosphere instead of a guided lesson. A private sale is the cleanest ending legally, but the strangest ending emotionally. The public knows the house, yet cannot enter. The new owner inherits not only walls, but the shadow of a famous life. This is why the title works. It is not asking who had the biggest house. It is asking what fame leaves behind when the person is gone. Money starts the story, but inheritance creates the mystery. More celebrity homes will face this choice. Some will become pilgrimage sites. Some will become luxury stays. Some will be sold, renovated, renamed, and made quiet again. The internet will keep asking what happened. A mansion can be inherited, sold, opened, renamed, guarded, restored, or forgotten. But once a famous person dies, the house becomes a test. Was it just a home? Or was it part of the legend? Subscribe for the next hidden luxury story. If you want to be a billionaire, like, subscribe, and comment. God bless you.